Come up.
I think I'm going to ask the first question of you, Alex, which is, I know you're from Romania originally. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about yourself and whether there's any performance, maybe even any Shakespeare in your background.
I was a child actor in Romania growing up. My mother, rumor has it, this is what I've been told, she was playing Titania while 8 months pregnant. So I was actually on stage doing Midsummer before I was born. And I didn't get to hear Shakespeare in English until I was older than high school age. I was 19, I just graduated. And I just loved it, and I spent the remaining, since then, a lot of time reading and loving it. And when Brad, who is himself a former child actor, let me tell you something, once you're a child actor, you're always a child actor, even when you're 40 or 50 or whatever. So this was a breeze. This project was so much fun.
Okay, it's your turn. So if you have a question, please raise your hand and I'll call on you and then we'll repeat the question for everybody here. So don't be shy. Right here, one question. Nice and loud.
So, how did you make this for the director? How did you make the movie? Did you first see the whole experience of the Shakespeare Festival and then go into bigger depth of the school in general, or how did you do that?
The question, I'll just repeat. The question for the director, Alex, is how did he make the film? Did he first see the festival and then make the film after, or how did the whole thing happen?
Yeah, Brad tricked me, essentially. I'd made another documentary about Shakespeare in the classroom, and I felt, okay, enough for a while. And he told me about this event because he participated in it as a high school student a couple of years ago. And he's been on the board of it, and he told me, okay, just go and be a judge. So a few years ago, I went there and I was a judge, and I walked around in tears the whole day. Joy, because I saw so much joy and so much excitement, and it was a room as big as this, filled with probably well over 1,000 high school students screaming their hearts out in iambic pentameter in something that looked like the audience, the auditorium before an NCAA game or a Final Four or something. I never thought that a non-sports event could elicit so much enthusiasm from high school kids. And I went back to Brad and I said, we got to make a movie about this. And he goes, okay, yeah, I can tell him. So we made the movie.
I just want to bring Brad into the process. This is one of the producers of the film, Brad Copeland. And Brad, I was just saying about how you got involved and how you know some of these people up on the stage with you.
This is a very personal movie. My drama teacher when I was in 8th grade changed my life. Took me to a festival and changed my life. And then I went to high school and met Kevin Spacey and Mayor Winningham and Val Kilmer at the Shakespeare festivals. And we all decided to go to the same high school together. Mayor was my prom date and she's on it. So it's a very personal movie, but really personal because these guys were my students. So the long and short of it was this. We wanted to follow maybe 8 or 10 schools. And I wanted to make sure that we had various styles represented. We literally just said to the teachers in the room, who wants to be in a movie? I don't know if you remember that DCAS meeting, but this was not like, we didn't cast this, we didn't know who. I quit my job at Puck. These two amazing, phenomenal, incredible teachers came in. And I just was hoping that something really cool would happen. So, I've been thinking about this movie, if you want to know the truth, for over a decade. And Alex came to me because he wanted to make a movie about my work with autistic children. I teach theater and digital filmmaking and animation to autistic children. So I kept telling Alex, yeah, that's great. You gotta do this other movie. No matter what he said, no, we're gonna do this thing. No, there's this other movie. So I would
That was 2 movies ago.
Yeah, I would not let up on Alex for like 2-3 years about, yeah, that's great. I'm glad you did that movie. There's this movie. So I'm really, to be here today, it's so exciting and to see my favorite teachers in the world and my favorite students on the planet. And it's really, and so thank you so much. This is incredible for us. Thank you.
This is, by the way, what a producer needs to do, is to never say take no for an answer. That's exactly what a producer does. And to finish answering the question to the young lady up here, we wanted to showcase 10 schools. We filmed 10 schools, followed 10 schools, but we could only put 5 in the movie. And the other ones are present in, you know, the teachers speak in the movie, or you see students from them, but we could only do 5. I would like to ask the students quickly to, or not quickly, to tell us how this movie impacted them. Think of this as the streets. How do they change lives? Oh, there.
I'm so blessed to be here, and I'm really like seeing all these people and like okay. I'm really overwhelmed right now. Like, my drama teacher. My drama teachers I'm so blessed to have my drama teachers, Rosie and Cardenas, and I always have long talks with Cardenas, and he always tells me, you know, why do you do this, you know, and I think to myself, and I don't really have an answer, and he told me that maybe have you ever thought about that you're healing yourself by healing other people, and just hearing the impact from all these people and seeing thousands, like I don't know how many people are here, but just you guys, I can feel that you guys are inspired by our lives, and that's a blessing. I mean, it's impacted me because, like, you know, I felt, okay, I was a problem child in school, and nobody really believed in me. Like, I was a resource student growing up, and I really didn't know how to read, and we're doing Shakespeare, and it's hard to understand, and Rosie and Cardenas were like, we want you to play bottom, we want you to do Shakespeare, and I'm like, I can't do this, I can't understand this, like, what am I gonna do, you know? And they're like, you're gonna do this, you can do this, Tosh, and I did it, because they believed in me, nobody else believed in me, and I'm just so blessed to have them. I love you guys so much. Ladies and gentlemen. My name is Esther McGinnis, and
For those of you who probably don't know, because he's on Facebook and not with everyone, he promotes a lot of clubs now, so please don't promote the clubs. Or do it.
well, you know what? Theater has actually changed my life drastically. I don't think I would have been able to talk in front of this many people back before I even did theater. You could even tell in the movie I was scared to talk in front of the cameras. Put some cameras down, you know, like give me some more cameras. I need some extra cameras on this side. But yeah, I mean, these people are amazing to me. They changed my life. And they're always going to be in my heart, and it's beautiful to me. And all of you are beautiful, and...
Give it to Taco.
Shakespeare has changed my life so much. It's incredible to know that Shakespeare has actually saved my life. As you saw in the film, I was gang affiliated, and it was very difficult to get away from that, especially when you have so much free time. Thanks to Rosie and Cardenas, I was in school from 7 in the morning till about like 8 at night working on Shakespeare. What would I be doing in those hours during all that time? Shakespeare has also helped me with my literacy, as Marquez has said. I'm able to speak more fluently. It's like an on and off switch. Now I can turn off the phone. So, yeah.
I have to say that what this film has really done for me is help me see how much this competition has affected so many more people than I realized. I participated in 8 festivals, and I loved it throughout high school, and it truly did shape my high school experience. I have made so many friends and have grown as a person by participating in that competition, and I had no idea the impact it was having on thousands of other students. And so being able to see this film and see it from other schools' point of view and how much work everybody's putting into it, it's an awesome thing to be able to say we were a part of. And I would encourage anybody to participate if you can, if it's available to your school, absolutely do it, because it's something you would never regret.
And if your high school doesn't have it, just move to Hesperia down the road.
Or Oak Hills, that's where you gotta go now. But honestly, no, it was, and seeing the film, it's touching to me, and watching their stories, it's just, I'm honored to have gotten to perform next to them and to watch them live. It was amazing. It was awesome.
I think it's the first time I saw the movie, right?
This is the first time I saw the movie. It was really good. It was so exciting to see these guys again. I mean, when you go to the festival, there's nothing quite like it. I mean, there's no sense of life and joy, and like, you see people around and you're like, wow, I love these people because they love theater, and that means that we're family already. So, I don't know. There's nothing like it, and if you can do it, you have to do it. If you have the chance, do it. Because you have to find out if you like it, you know what I'm saying? And the competition is fun. Yeah, it was cool.
The question is for Nicole, can she compare herself to an actor or actress out there right now?
I have been told by my family that Amanda Bynes, her style of acting, kind of comedy, is similar sometimes, and also Emma Stone. I've heard that.
Okay, question from in here somewhere. Way back here.
I know, probably on behalf of everybody in here, would it be possible that from the students who are part of the film, if they could perform something?
We're going to give them a few seconds to figure this out, and then ask. So let's have you ask one more question while they figure that out. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. You guys like taco and stuff? Are you guys still friends?
The question is whether Taco and everybody are still friends.
The question is, no, we're family. We have been through so, like seriously, we have been through so much, like, there's no way we can be friends, like, we're brothers, like, seriously, this dude right here, he hated me. Like, I was so afraid of him, like, my first love was dance, and I used to always just, like, dance in class for no reason, you know, he's like, hey, fool, stop dancing, it's not dance class, bro. then I was so afraid that he was gonna be in a group with us, and you know, we have bonding time, and if it wasn't for Rosie and Gordanius, man, like I don't know what would happen to me. Like we are family, and I'm so blessed to have these guys in my life because they always have my back on anything. Like when it comes to money, rides, if I need to stay at somebody's house, you know, they always have my back, and I love you guys so much.
Okay, this guy has to ask a question.
To that question real quick. What I saw Oscar doing most of the time when I was coming to Puck was basketball, and he was almost like a marginal member of the group initially, and now he is doing theater and speech a lot. So tell us about that transition.
So before I didn't really like theater at all. And then I guess once I met Rosie and Cardenas, theater, it really changed my life. It gave me direction. I remember when I first told my mom that I was joining theater, she looked at me and she said, "You better not turn gay." Didn't really have much support there. But I guess the only support that I really needed was from, Rosie and Cardenas. They've been, this lady's like been like a mother to me. I really do that. You know that.
Okay, we really only had time for, did you guys figure out something you could maybe do real quick? Everyone who's about to get better, they can ask it outside. They'll be having lunch with you. So, are we good?